All right, gang, here we are. Latest edition of the Man on Talk Show. We're live here. I got some downtime before the ESPN premiere of WWE ESPN premiere WrestlePalooza, PLE as they say. That's going to be coming up very shortly here. So I figured I'd jump on, get a live in. As I do, I'm trying to do lives. Every Tuesday night seems to be a live night, and I'm trying to make Saturday nights a live night as well. So, and then other nights, of course, will be pop-up random surprise lives, but I'm trying to work on getting a schedule here. No guarantees, guys, but I do the show live on my leisure time. It's September 20th, 2025. Welcome all. Like, share, subscribe. It's a quick one tonight, so we're not on X tonight, so we're strictly just here on YouTube. Yeah, you know, we went from a crazy week last week to just weird stuff this week. So, this week, not as bad as last week with all the shootings and all the other stuff. This week, heavily on the news, Jimmy Kimmel talk. We're going to be talking about Jimmy Kimmel here quick. We're going to run that down. We got some Raja Jackson updates here of Raja Jackson. So we got that. They're still talking about Charlie Kirk in the news, so you know what that means. We're going to be talking about it here. And other than that, we got three big topics there. Raja, Charlie, Jimmy. We're going to run it down here quick. And yeah, and then I'm off to watch my wrestling. So figured I'd drop by for a live here. It's a Saturday night. Join us here on these platforms, as well as our Instagram, our Facebook, rumble.com. TikTok, we're on there. We got some TikTok news, by the way. Let me just run that down quick. I guess the China president and Donald Trump, they're working on an agreement now for the U.S. to acquire TikTok or whatever they're trying to do, but Trump makes it sound like we got this one in the bag here, according to TikTok. So it looks like U.S. could possibly own TikTok anytime now, so we're waiting for that news to come out. That was some news that I seen on Friday, that he met with the president of China, and because they've been just kicking down, you know, TikTok was supposed to get banned, and us here at the talk show, we were even prepared for that earlier this year to say goodbye to TikTok. And yeah, follow us on there too, by the way, TikTok. And we also posted some of those videos on our other YouTube channels as well. But TikTok, they were getting ready to shut down in the beginning of the year, and then it went dark for a full 24 hours before Trump reversed that as he was coming into office, and then TikTok was back on. But sadly, what happened is those that canceled the TikTok app no longer had accessibility to go back to it. So if you had kept the TikTok app on your phone and it went dark, but you didn't delete the app, you still had access, like I did. I didn't delete it. I kept that app icon and everything on my phone for TikTok, but those who had deleted it and got rid of it, screwed. You couldn't get back in unless somebody sent you an invite to get back into TikTok. So yeah, Man on Talk Show remained on TikTok. We came back. It was great. Trump's working on a deal to finally get this done, nipped in the bud, after kicking the can down the road. Every 3 months, there'd be a renewal to allow TikTok to continue to air here in the U.S. Now, the Democrats and Biden and all them had a big problem with TikTok having access to the United States, and that they were worried that they were going to steal people's information, and they were thinking it was going to be like a terrorist act kind of thing to have access from China for TikTok. But it was safe for me to go on there. So if I trusted TikTok, then I was on there. Everybody else was on there. Hell, Trump was even on the damn TikTok. Can you bunny hop on a bike? No, I don't think so. But thank you. We got Jaden O'Connor in there. Hi, what's up? how's your day going? Hey, my day is going great. Had a great day today. It was sunny outside. It was beautiful. I went out and did some yard work. I went out, got dinner with my mother. I got my car fixed today, well, inspected. Yeah, if you want to call it that. I don't think they did a proper job. But hey, whatever, I'll take the inspection stickers. Also went to the gym. I hit up the gym. I was there for about an hour and a half at the gym today. So thank you, Jaden, for that. Warped vision. No, I cannot do no bunny hop on no bike. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe if I give it a try and get back on that thing again. I haven't been on a bike in a while, so. And, you know, I'd have to find the right bicycle to get on, so. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Keep the comments coming. I see the likes in there going up. I see the people come in and thank you. Like, share, and subscribe if you're brand new here. And we usually run shows typically every Tuesday now. And we're shooting for every Saturday that we're going to be doing shows more often. So, yeah, join. We're starting to get on a schedule now with the lives. Yeah, so TikTok, we'll see what happens there. U.S. could own it very soon. We'll see what happens with the president of China and DT. Let's get on to some of these quick news here quick. Raja Jackson arrested Thursday, finally, by the way. Now, I did say we would keep up with this one. I did cover a live exclusive to the Raja Jackson ordeal with Psycho Stu. Raja Jackson arrested Thursday on felony charge of battery with a serious bodily injury for his attack on Psycho Stu, also known as Stuart Smith, a member to our military here. And he is being held on $50,000 bond, and as of this moment, he has not been released from jail yet. So there it is. As I predicted, Raja Jackson will face charges and will face jail time, and sure enough, they got on him. You know, once Stuart Smith, a.k.a. Psycho Stu, was recovered from the hospital, he got out, and yeah, they're on Raja Jackson. So I can only imagine what's going to happen there. And you knew it was just a matter of time before Raja would face these charges. I mean, what he did is he went in there and viciously beat this guy up where he was choking on his own teeth and blood in the ring. And he just jumped in there, you know. It wasn't even a planned spot. And it made headlines overnight. This is Rampage's Jackson, Raja Jackson, who attacked Psycho Stu last month in August. I believe this was the weekend of SummerSlam, so this was, I think, like August 1st or August 2nd or something like that, that he got in there and did this. But good for that. He's facing charges. Hopefully we get some answers from Psycho Stu on his thoughts on this. I'm pretty sure he's happy to be seeing that happen there. You know, the vicious attack. It's a wrestling show, guys. Come on. So we'll follow up, see what happens more with the Raja thing. Charlie Kirk still in the news. Tomorrow, they're going to be having a memorial service being held in Glendale, Arizona at the State Farm Stadium. That's tomorrow. President Trump to attend that, so we will see what happens. I'm not sure exactly the time when that's going to happen. I'm guessing probably late morning, early afternoon. So there's that. I don't have a whole lot more information other than that, but they're expecting, get this, 100,000 people to attend this Charlie Kirk memorial tomorrow in Arizona. That's wild. 100,000 people. And like I've said on our last live that we did when we talked about Charlie Kirk is, I mean, I'm guaranteeing this. 70% of the people had no clue who this guy was until he got assassinated by Tyler Robinson. I didn't know the guy. I didn't know the guy at all before he got assassinated. So, again, 100,000 people, this is epic for a person who, like, literally nobody really knows anything about. Like, maybe 30% of the audience out there actually knows who this guy is. I didn't know who he was. I heard of him when there'd be talks of Trump and everything like that on the television, and he would maybe speak on Fox News or CNN. Hey, we'll see tomorrow. I'll see the clips tomorrow, and then next time I'm on here. I mean, I could pop up tomorrow on a live for all I know. I don't know. We'll see what happens, you know. All right, let's get down to the main business here. This guy is our thumbnail of our video today. Jimmy Kimmel, the Jimmy Kimmel Show, canceled by ABC, and everybody's just going ape about this. A lot of people said, good for this guy, get him off there. He's been boring for a while. A lot of the liberals, they're crying foul over this and saying that it's against free speech there for Jimmy. I'm on the fence about it. I'm not really for, nor am I against the guy. You know, as a talk show host myself, you know, it sucks that he gets booted off like that. But, you know, it's not the end of the world, Jimmy. You can come on here on YouTube, do your show. Conan O'Brien did a show on YouTube after he left. And then he did the TBS deal, too. So, I mean, Conan O'Brien went on to have success beyond the late-night television circuit. So, Jimmy, whatever, man. You know, maybe it's meant to be. Maybe this happened for a reason, Jimmy. So, yeah, get out of there. Go do other stuff, you know. Don't let this beat you down, Jimbo. So, you know, and this also comes not too long after Stephen Colbert was kicked off CBS, too. They canceled that ordeal over there. And then he was hailed, like, I think they had that recent award show, he was hailed, Stephen Colbert. And then everyone was, like, chanting, Stephen, Stephen. And so we'll see if anything happens with Stephen Colbert. But, you know, the same ordeals happen with Jimmy here. So ABC, they canceled the Jimmy Kimmel Show. Then we had fellow late-night talk show hosts come out. Conan O'Brien says this is wrong. Jimmy Fallon also has come out and said, what the WTF? What's going on here? So, you know, it kind of makes you want, Jimmy's probably worried, like, oh, shit, these other two guys that I used to compete with, they're gone now, and I'm the only one standing here. Are they after me next? And as you know, the reason ABC canceled Jimmy Kimmel was because of negative comments that Jimmy Kimmel had made in regards to Charlie Kirk. All right? Because he's been against, you know, Jimmy Kimmel's been against Donald Trump. He's always attacking MAGA on his show. And it kind of got him in some hot water down there. So, I mean, you mess with fire, you're going to get burned. And all those years that Biden was in, they just had a field day just trashing Trump and any MAGA supporters at every turn that they possibly could. And now it finally caught up to them. So again, not for it, not against it. It's just a shame. But you know what? I will tell you something on behalf of people in my age bracket, which are the late 30s, and people that are young, way younger than me. Nobody's really watching late night talk shows anymore. Because they don't have cable for one, and they're not streaming it or watching it either. And some of the humor is dry humor that they're telling on these shows. So they don't even know what you're talking about, or they don't get the humor of your joke, guys. This goes for all of them. Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, Stephen Colbert. They just don't get it anymore. The era of Saturday Night Live and the era of late night talk shows have passed. Because nobody does that. Everybody, they just stream on the television. They don't even have, most of the people my age or younger, they don't even have cable. And some people that are older are now forced to drop cable and just stream because of the cost. And that's just a moving cultural society. So, like, again, Saturday Night Live, I haven't watched Saturday Night Live in years. I have no clue what's going on there. And from last I've seen clips from Saturday Night Live, I have no clue who these people are. They very dry humor, and they're not as exciting people to watch like a Chevy Chase, an Adam Sandler, a Chris Farley, a David Spade. I think the only one I know on there is freaking Kenan Thompson, I think is the guy. And that's because I remember him as a child on the Kenan and Kel show on Nickelodeon when I was a kid in the 90s. So it's over. You know, the era of late night talk shows have passed. For anyone out there that is watching, and remember a show called MTV's TRL, Total Request Live, that used to play music videos. They used to have a countdown show. There also used to be another show I watched called VH1 Top 20 Video Countdown that would be on every Saturday morning. And TRL used to be on about 3:30 in the afternoon when kids would get home from school, Monday through Friday, and they would have this countdown show for an hour every day. Well, that doesn't exist anymore either. Nobody's doing countdown shows anymore of music videos. And music videos are barely made anymore. So again, just like the countdown shows, music videos, hell, MTV hasn't played music videos in decades. Yet they still have a Video Music Awards show. Like, that's the eye of their show. The MTV hasn't shown music videos in years. They should probably change the name of the channel and just kill that whole MTV channel altogether and just move all their stuff to the Paramount network, because Paramount owns MTV and VH1 and CMT. I mean, I don't know what's going on in CMT. They might still be showing music videos, but MTV is not. And VH1 does the same thing as MTV last I knew. And I haven't watched those networks in ages. But again, it's all passé now. It's all in the past now. It's just a dying era, just like the talk shows at night. Nobody's watching because they don't got cable. And they're not staying up late night to watch that dry humor anymore. No disrespect to you guys that do the job, because I would love to have your job. Just not right now. I would not like to have your job. Okay. Just like right now, I wouldn't want to have your guys' job at all. And Jimmy Fallon's got to be watching over his shoulder right now, because he could be next. And that could be the end of late night talk, for sure. I mean, no one's even listening to the big talk radio guys anymore. Howard Stern also got let go, too, from the Sirius satellite radio. I don't remember the reason why Howard Stern got let go, but he was another one in that big era when they were doing daytime talk shows, you know. Even daytime talk shows aren't even doing good, just like radio talk shows aren't doing good anymore. Nothing's doing good anymore because of the streaming platforms. Unless you are one of these people, talk shows, that have a streaming platform, like Rover's Morning Glory, that's one I keep up with. Rover has a streaming thing, so people could just follow on there if they're not listening on the radio. And then they do after shows that are exclusive to that app only, that you pay for, a subscription service for. But, yeah, they're all screwed. I mean, Maury retired, Jerry's dead, Oprah doesn't do that thing anymore, Dr. Phil is just on syndication now. It's changing. It's an ever-changing world, an ever-changing culture. And I could go on and on about this. Especially, imagine how much I could have a conversation here if I had the X chat loaded up here. But we'll save that for another day. We'll see what happens with the Jimmy Kimmel ordeal. There's probably a lot more news that's going to come out about Jimmy Kimmel. We'll keep an update on the Raja Jackson ordeal and what happens there if he gets let go. You know, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Rampage Jackson bailed out Raja. And then, of course, the Charlie Kirk Memorial happening tomorrow in Arizona. Donald Trump is expected to attend to that, so we shall see everything that happens. So I'm going to wrap this up, guys. I appreciate all of you that came in. I appreciate all the likes. I appreciate all the comments. It's a short show tonight on this Saturday night. But just remind you, get those notifications on. I could pop up and pop in at any time, whether it's a video, a short, a live. You never know. But yeah, we are planning to make a schedule. I know I keep saying that. But Tuesdays I've been pretty on par the last few weeks with doing. And Saturdays, I believe I've been doing some consistency there as well. And of course, here we are on another Saturday. It's September 20th, 2025. I greatly appreciate everybody. I will see all of you guys later. Have a good night. And if you're going to watch wrestling on ESPN very shortly, have fun with that. At some point, I will have a talk about this ESPN business. I know I touched on it briefly before, but I still have my mind out there about that. Catch you guys later.